So the first person, I feel like there is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the Piscean energy coming out very strongly, but also, Scorpio is your polar opposite, and Scorpios and Taurus they attract each other like magnets. So we have here the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with the Two of Pentacles. I'm sorry, it should be this way. Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. And then we have as well an air sign. But I feel like the earth sign and the air sign coming out very strongly. The air sign is linked up with the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And here's the story that I'm feeling for many of you. There's third party interfering in your relationship. You might have feelings for somebody outside of your relationship. And you might make your feelings known, or you are expressing it very, very clearly in your facial expression, in your body language, in the way that you're interacting with this person. So I feel like whatever you're feeling, it shows up on your face. So you might think that you have like a poker face, but I feel like when you're around this person, they're very perceptive, they're very inquisitive, and they kind of know, so I feel like there's an element here about, I see somebody who's in a committed relationship, possibly a marriage with the Ten of Pentacles. This is things that are built up over long periods of time. You might have gotten married, you might have children, you might live with each other, you might have assets, you might have like joint cars, bank accounts, mortgage, your extended families might live with you, you might be taking care of elderly parents, you might have in-laws living with you. So it's just like a situation where there are a lot of people in one household. Not that the environment is crowded, but because everything is so built up over time and there are a lot of factors to consider, it's really hard to extract yourself from this type of a situation. And I feel like some of you are in a marriage that you can't really, it's like you still love the other person and you're staying in it, not just for practical considerations or financial considerations. You really care about the other person. And because you care, they can really push your buttons. But you guys are a fixed sign, so you stay and stay and stay. And you sense the value in loyalty, the value in staying in a situation, the value in riding it out through thick and thin because it's honorable. A lot of fixed signs feel this way. And so they might stay in a relationship that is for way past its expiration date. They might put up with a lot. You or they might put up with a lot of hurt words thrown about between two people. And then, it's like, I'm seeing a lot of cycles here where, 1 month you guys are fighting and the next month you make up and it's passionate. And then the next month it brews up again. So I feel like there are a lot of things that you argue about, but there isn't any type of a resolution. Okay, so I also feel as well staying in a relationship for practical considerations, mortgage, children, home, environment, and the other person really loves you, but you might not be feeling the same way. And so the relationship has gotten a little bit stale and you're kind of looking at other options, or you're kind of flirting outside the relationship. And so the other person that's coming into the picture, I have the Ten of Swords as well as the Six of Swords. And I pulled out a card with the Ten of Swords. If there's a Tower, if there's a Ten of Swords, I pull out a card to clarify. And what I got here is clearly an air sign. So we have here Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This might be a person that is interfering in your relationship in some way. And it's linked up here, Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. This is another cycle. There might be a lot of harsh words between the two of you. You guys get past it. You guys sail away. And you guys resolve your differences. And I also feel like there's a lot of communication. Like this person is really intelligent. And you love the communication between the two of you. And I also feel there is an element here about a common history. The two of you, there is a karmic connection. And keep in mind, karmic connections deal with past life energies. that might not be relevant in this lifetime. And I feel it's almost like a misconnection in a past life. And so you're yearning for a reunion in this lifetime. And I also feel like for whatever reason, you have a very strong sense of responsibility towards this person. And they likewise have a very strong sense of responsibility towards you. And it indicates to me some type of a tragedy or some type of a family relationship in a past life where the two of you needed each other. The two of you loved each other. Not only, in a passionate, amorous way, but more like you care about the other person. And so in this lifetime, you want the best for them. They want the best for you. And so the attraction is so strong, like so karmically binding, that it's hard for you to pull yourself away. And then I keep seeing this cyclical pattern, breaking up and then making up. Like hurt words being exchanged, and then the two of you reconcile and coming back together. But this is a person that's in your life to kind of propel you to the next phase in your life. We have here the Six of Swords, moving on from a situation, moving on from a troublesome situation, possibly juggling two things, possibly financial insecurity, so that you can achieve financial stability. So they're kind of like the catalyst in your life to bring about change, to bring about new energies, to bring about new ways of doing, to help you formulate some type of a plan. And I feel as if many of you have somebody else that you're in a relationship with, and this might be the third party. And if you have succumbed to temptation, I feel as if things might really, if you've been flirting, if you've been talking, I feel like things are really going to take off between the two of you and this third party for this week. This is, I almost feel like you share a common history. So your partner shows up here as the Two of Pentacles, which is someone who's financially they might have two jobs, but I feel like with this card, it usually indicates they're not financially stable enough on their own. They're not financially independent enough on their own. They might be very indecisive. They might be a little bit wishy-washy. They might be juggling options as well. And I feel like with you need to know where you stand with people. And as a fixed sign, you need to know, you need to have something sure. You need to have something real. You need to have something concrete. And once you have that, you don't stray from it. And so this is a person that can give you something very concrete because they're very sure and they're very decisive and they're not swayed by their emotions. Emotions fluctuate day to day. So one day they love you, the other day they don't. And you might have been dealing with somebody like that. And so you're looking for a little bit more clarity. And because these three cards come in, and I feel like a very strong past life family relationship in the past, it's almost like you can't break free from this person because of this strong sense of obligation. It's almost like your soul is yearning for reconnection in this lifetime. And it can feel so confusing because we're bringing past life baggage into a current relationship and you can't make sense of it. You can't really, there is a very strong pull, but you don't know where it's coming from. And I feel like, a lot of earth signs in general are quite skeptical, especially Taurians and Virgos. You guys are very skeptical when it comes to readings, when it comes to, past life, like regression, when it comes to hypnosis, when it comes to these things that are not tangible or concrete or not founded in science. So I feel like, and if you ever look at the Thoth deck, this is a card that denotes science here. So maybe that's a message for you. Maybe there's something that can't be answered in the physical realm, but maybe there's a spiritual answer for it. And science might not be the way that you want to look. Okay. There is a sense of intuitive knowing that you have a strong connection with somebody before. You guys have like a very similar history. You guys have a very similar life path. You guys have a very similar way of doing things. And this person is wedged between your partner and your stability, but they're propelling you towards the next evolution of your soul, your life's journey, your life path. And they facilitate things. They make everything a lot easier for you. So they allow you to sail over troubled waters. They allow you to overcome past hurts and heartache. And they allow you to kind of like see that rainbow at the end of a really dark, stormy, perilous times. Okay, so I feel like they're facilitating something for you. They're easing the process for you. And so there's a natural pull here. And I feel for some of you, it might not be infidelity. It might just be fascination. It might be like an emotional affair. It might be a lot of communication between you and another person. You might be contemplating traveling to see them. They are traveling to see you as well if it's not a third party. But I just feel like it's so intense. It's very, very intense. And this person, you feel you like them, but you're afraid to pursue them. There's a lot of fear here. The way that you are showing up for this week, okay, we have here the Queen of Cups. This is the way you're showing up. And this is like making your feelings known, making your intentions known, thinking about love, looking for emotional connection. And you really like this person, but they might not have that emotional connection that you're looking for. You might be in a relationship and you no longer feel that emotional connection with your partner. So there's something that you're searching for. There's something that you're putting out there to the universe. And there's also you putting your emotions and your feelings on the line and telling the other person, this is how I really feel about you. I also feel as well, the partner that you're dealing with, you could be dealing with another earth sign as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or like this water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But it's like wanting to reduce the juggling, not wanting to have multiple options, wanting to create something solid and stable with another person. But I also feel there is a huge emphasis on financial security. Who can I choose that will give me the financial security? And so your spiritual advice in love and relationships overall is that you need to kind of think with your heart, okay, rather than taking into account like all the practical considerations. Who can give me a good life? Who can give me the financial security? Who can give me the partnership? Think about what your heart wants. Who does your heart want? Who are you leaning towards? And who do you want to be with? Because I feel like it's a week for you to open up about your emotional needs and to dictate or demand that from your relationship partner. And I feel like the process itself, it's something new that you're doing, Taurus, but it's also something that is necessary. So like loving with your heart and thinking more on the romantic front with your heart, rather than all these other practical things that are actually major barriers between you and getting to the person that you really want to be with, or blocking you from getting to the person that you want to be with. I do see an escalation in a relationship, somebody making a move, and I feel like it's from your end. You're the one that is making either reciprocating or making your emotions known. And I feel like everything is showing up on your face. Okay. So like, if you haven't seen somebody in a while and they're the object of your affection and you see them, I feel like you're going to get very emotional. You're going to get very, like, everything shows up on your face and you're going to be really happy, but they're going to know. So like, no more poker face. No more hiding behind, our intellect. No more making practical decisions when it comes to love. So I see many of you transitioning, opening up, and really going after the person that you want. And there's clearly, I feel like, two separate people that you're going after. One is a very, very stable and safe choice. The other one is a wild card, possibly that air sign. It's like a wild card. But you're really drawn to them because They have a devil may care attitude, and they're so independent. They're very independent, and you like that about them. You admire them and you wish you could be them. So a lot of the times, our attraction to another person is because they have something that we lack. They have something that balances us out, and they have something that complements us. And I feel like that's what it is. It's an opposites attract, but it's really very, very, very strong. And it's like you don't really know where it's coming from. It's a past life connection. It's a family past life connection. And I feel like you both have a common history, and you both you both have been through a lot in your own lives, and you're both very strong and resilient people. And like energies gravitate towards like energy. We kind of when we interact with a person, our souls know whether or not we're going to jive well. Our souls recognize each other. And I feel like if you're naturally drawn to somebody, it doesn't always lead to a relationship, but your soul remembers the other person's soul. And I feel like there's a really strong, very, very strong past life energy. And whenever we deal with past life energies, there are karmic lessons too. Do I succumb to temptation? Or do I, let it ride out? Or do I just keep things platonic? And I feel like this week you're going to make your feelings known towards somebody, and you're going to feel quite good about it because there's a lot of communication to be had. And so, be careful of the choices that you make when we're dealing with past life energies, and we're dealing with unexplained, really strong pull or fascination or attraction towards another person. In terms of your spiritual advice for other areas of your life, I'm getting really strong Piscean energies. I think Pisces got the same card. Yeah, I believe it's Pisces. Pisces got the same card here. Many of you are pulled to go back to school. Go back to school to finish up something that you started. Because I feel like, it's coming up in this card, the Page of Pentacles. This is a student. This is someone who's learning. This is someone who's synthesizing new information or applying what they learn in a work environment, or applying what their knowledge to create something, to build something. So this is the hands-on learner. Many of you are very hands-on learning. You like hands-on learning. Rather than sitting in a classroom listening to lectures, I feel like, you enjoy more hands-on work. And many of you might be pulled to leave the city, leave the state in order to pursue higher education. So I see a lot of people going for their bachelor's degree, even their GEDs, or even leaving the nest for the first time, away from mom and dad, to pursue something that is out of the state, possibly even out of the country. And I feel like you have to do this, and you're making a decision, because I feel like some of you have a relationship partner that you don't want to leave behind when you make this move. Okay, but I feel like you have to do it because financially, and some of you might be on the older end of the spectrum where you're contemplating going back to school, because going back to school is going to be really good for your financial future. Right now, it feels like financially you're very wobbly. You're not making the money that you would like to make in order to have that good life. You might be juggling multiple jobs. You might be also juggling work with school. And so I feel like there's a lot going on in your life, and it's tied up as well with the Ten of Wands. A lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that you're trying to create and manifest for your own financial security. And I feel like you kind of associate, and this is a Taurian thing, you associate wealth with prestige and power. You associate financial stability with attractiveness. So your own sense of self-worth might be very, very tied in with how much money you make, which is not a good thing. So it's sort of letting the love and the relationship get buried on top of it's almost like focusing on the wrong things, okay? And then there's also attraction in the workplace. Very strong attraction in the workplace. This person, this air sign, might be in the workplace, Or this earth sign might be in the workplace. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, they might be in the workplace. So I feel as if you've been, just tirelessly working, this attraction is a kind of like a distraction for you. So in a way it feels good, but it might just be that. It might be a distraction to keep you from going crazy with all the work that's piling up. So look at it for what it is, okay? And so I feel as if you're really, really pushed to go off on your own. You're really pushed to go off to really focus on, your financial future and to create something for yourself. I see a lot of people in their 20s watching this, possibly going off to school for the first time, leaving the nest and being a little bit apprehensive and a little bit scared and a little bit like, how am I going to make ends meet? How am I going to juggle full-time work with full-time school so that I can, get my degree on time or in time? And then should I choose this school where I stay locally because I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend here? Or should I leave the state because the school is better or because there's a better tuition or financial aid package? Should I stay or should I go? Should I leave the state for a better career and leave my girlfriend or boyfriend behind? So there are big decisions that some of you are making for this week. And we are currently we're rounding out September. And so I feel like, you kind of need to make this decision soon. I feel, though, everything will be okay because we have, as well, the Two of Wands. And this is greatly about travel, about movement, about, the invisible hands behind the scenes guiding you, showing you the right way, and you're kind of like coddled, handled with kitty gloves with that globe. It's like things are being eased for you, things are being facilitated for you. Someone is working behind the scenes to make the transition very seamless and very comfortable. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be a very smooth transition. Don't fear it. Your days of dealing with financial worries and instability is going to be done and over with. I feel for some of you in relationship, your partner might land a job. If you've been the sole provider, your partner will land a job or will step up. And I feel like two incomes in the household that will really ease the financial worries or the financial burden on you. So things are going to be okay. And I feel like if you need that nudge, leave the state, leave the country, pursue your education. Don't sit on the sidelines contemplating and letting, your life slip away. And I feel like if you've been dealing with financial worries, there will be opportunities and options that are available for you and new jobs and good things, okay? Hard work really, really pays off. Hard work will allow you to kind of put your name out there. This is working hard. And the message I'm getting with this card is it's going to pay off. So it's going to feel, very painful right now, but in the long run is really going to pay off. So, hang in there. It's the last leg of the journey and you definitely can do it, Taurus. You're a fixed sign. You have sustaining power. And I feel like blessings are going to be making themselves known to you